This Porsche Cayenne twin turbo V8 all-wheel drive with over 500 horsepower. The problem is it doesn't run. I think I own this thing for around $4,000. Ugh. The seat's ripped. It's actually really not that bad. There's some duct taped all over it. What is that, glue? Rips. Key is on my desk 30 minutes from here. I'm cursed with this car. Oh yeah, buddy. V8 twin turbo, she's a rippin'. There's something scary about this car, dangerously scary. Every once in a while, I make some bad decisions. In today's video, I think I may have made a bad decision, maybe not. I don't know. Sometimes, every once in a while, I'm just scrolling through some dealer apps and I, spontaneously see something that I think would be a good idea, a little bit of fun, and then I click bid, and then I get caught up in the bidding scene, and then I bid a little bit more, and then I bid a little bit more, and then next thing I know, I own things that I probably shouldn't have even bid on to begin with. And in today's video, I bought something that is a V8, a twin turbo, all-wheel drive for under $5,000. 500 horsepower, under $5,000. The problem is, it doesn't run. I bought it sight unseen, like off photos and description, not running. And in today's video, we're gonna go through this Porsche Cayenne twin turbo V8 all-wheel drive with over 500 horsepower and learn a little bit about it and see if we can get this thing running. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Let's get going. So last week I was scrolling through a dealer auction app, ACV. So I was just seeing what there is, and this Porsche Cayenne shows up. This car, twin turbo V8 all-wheel drive. I'm looking through it, the pictures look great, the wheels look great, the body looks like it's in great shape. The only issue is it doesn't run, and it doesn't tell you why it doesn't run. It just says inoperable. I'm like, it was $2,200. Like, honestly, I've had to replace this lower bumper on one before. That alone was $900. Then it has these aftermarket wheels. It has Brembo brakes. What are the turbos worth if I ever needed to part it out? Like, it was a no-brainer. I could not lose at $2,200. Ugh, the seat's ripped. That kind of smells like cigarettes. But for the price, I'm like, oh, bid. Oh, $2,500 bid. Oh, $2,800 bid. $3,000 bid. I ended up winning it for, I don't know, somewhere in the threes. Added shipping, I think I own this thing for around $4,000. Now, I had it delivered straight to Affordable Auto, which is right up the road from us, right? Yeah, I didn't even have it shipped to me. I had it shipped right to them. I'm gonna go through this car, look at it today. They're gonna look at it for me, see if they can get it running. Like, maybe it'll run off a jump. I don't even know. And then we're gonna clean it up. And I think this is gonna be my new winter car, a 500 horsepower car for under $5,000. 4.5 liter twin turbo V8. Now, this is the last generation of this engine. They went to the 4.0 twin turbo Audi engine after this, which is actually, to be honest with you, a better, significantly more reliable engine. This is a heavy SUV, and to be honest with you, an amazing off-road machine. Fully adjustable suspension, like rock climbing capabilities. You can adjust the suspension here. You can raise and lower the suspension, and you can have locking differentials. Now, these cars are increasing in value. They plummeted for a while because they're so expensive to maintain, but then when off-roaders realized that this thing has 500 horsepower and the capabilities it has, like, this is equivalent to an AMG G63 G-Wagon. They are unbelievable off-road, and I don't know, if I can get this thing running right, we'll have some fun with it. It's actually really not that bad. There's some duct taped all over it. What is that, glue? Rips. That's kind of a bummer. I don't know. This is my intro video. I left it here for them. What's kind of cool is this key is in the shape of the car too. See that? I left it for them. I'm gonna see if they can figure it out. Let it be their problem. And then once they get it running right, hopefully it doesn't cost me 10 grand, because these things can seriously add up. I don't know, maybe I'll use it all winter long. All right, let's see what they say about it. Well, when I go to my ACV app, I can go to my ACV and I can go to one and see what I purchased in the last, since I started, I guess. Here's the 2006 Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and I can view details on the actual auction. Now, here's the car itself. I paid $2,550 for it, which to me is just an absolute score, and it's worth the gamble. Now, I bought a red light, meaning it's as is, and I bought a yellow light, meaning there is a caution for something. So I can check the announcements. Engine cranks, does not start. Vehicle is in op. Goes through body damage, surface rust, previous repair, paintwork throughout vehicle, aftermarket parts. It even grades the paint ratings, surface rust on undercarriage. Here are the OBD codes. So there's a significant amount. You can see right there, crankshaft position sensor, evap codes. Just a lot going on with this car. Burn marks, torn seats, worn steering wheel, so I knew what I was getting into, and I know this car is a gamble. Now, after the $2,550, there's also an auction fee of around $350, plus I had it transported to my shop for another $500. So I'm gonna own this car for more than $3,000, probably $3,250. Now I can also go through the photos. Now if I click on it, I can go through the photos right here and see the car. I can see the wheels, I can see that the paint is in decent shape even though it's been repainted. All the parts look to be there on the body. I can even go to the inside of the car and see where the damage was on the inside. So I know that there's a rip on the seat that's been duct taped, and otherwise the interior looks pretty clean. So to me, for $3,000, it's worth the gamble.
Several months later.
Well, it's been about a month and a half. The mechanic hasn't even touched this thing. I have it on a jump pack. They asked me to come get it because they can't work on it. I don't know if it will start. Let's try. I can't see anything. Come on, baby. Just dropped some parts to the fob. There's a battery. The cap fell off or something. All right, let's see if she'll start. It's supposed to snow this weekend. I gotta get this thing out of here. Well, it's not happening tonight, so I'll come back tomorrow with a couple more jump packs and see if I can get it going, because this is just a waste of time in the cold.
The next day.
Dave actually got it started for me. 2 jump packs did it. You said it was no work?
1 jump pack.
1 jump pack is all it needed? Jeez, he must have just given me a dead jump pack yesterday then. On the trailer, what's the boo-boo? You ran over the fender?
I pulled it up as much as I could.
And we're gonna have a snowstorm, so this thing is gonna get covered in snow this weekend. I'm leaving it on the trailer. And then we're gonna take it somewhere to see if they can take care of it for us. So before we take the Porsche to the other mechanic, let's see what the check engine light is on for. I have my Topscan scan tool, the OBD plug-in Bluetooth scan tool that I'm gonna plug into the car to see why the check engine light's on. And on top of that, it's giveaway time. I'm gonna give away an item to one of you lucky winners. This right here is my Topscan scan tool. Now, so every car after 1996 has OBD2 emissions, which means it has an OBD port right there. Most of them are under the dash of your car. I can take my Topscan tool and plug it in. I can't believe I got it on the first try. I'm always backwards. I would normally stick the key in the ignition, but on Porsche, everything is backwards. So we're gonna turn the car on to accessory. This car isn't even turned on and it's going wild. Like, just everything is beeping at me and blinking. This is ridiculous, this car. And now I'm gonna go to my Topscan app. I'm gonna select my car, and it's gonna prompt me on what to do. It's gonna show me my options of where the OBD port is, make sure the LED light is on, and it's gonna search for the device, and there it is. We just heard it beep, so it is connected. Now I can check IM readiness, which is my instant monitor readiness. It will tell me how many monitors are actually ready. So I can see since the last time that the check engine light was cleared, what monitors are actually ready, and I can see right here instantly it would fail emissions currently. It will tell me that the engine malfunction multi-indicator light, the MIL light, was on. Engine catalyst is not ready. Secondary air injection oxygen sensors are not yet ready. So let's go back and we're going to do some diagnostics. Now you can see how many vehicles are actually supported in this app. I'm going to scroll all the way down to Porsche. So I'm going to go to the Porsche section, which you can see has already been downloaded. 2006 Porsche Cayenne. I'm going to do an auto scan on the entire car. Now you can see we've done a full scan. We're at 96%. Our digital motor electronics, we have a fault. Our Porsche stability management, 2 faults. Air conditioning, 2 faults. Instrument cluster, 2 faults. Vehicle electrical system, 4 faults. Transfer case, 2 faults. Level control, 1 fault. Park assistant, 1 fault. And it just keeps going. I can show all faults right here, and I can clear everything out as well if I want to. It also supports full functionalities, including reading DTCs, clearing DTCs, live data, instant monitor readiness, view freeze frames, frame data, O2 testing, onboard monitor testing, EVAP testing, read vehicle information, and DTC lookup. Topscan Pro steps beyond the light version by offering IMMO functionality and a total of 13 reset functions, including injector coding, tire pressure reset, and sunroof initialization. The Topscan car scanner can get access to vehicle-specific subsystems and component parts that drive the actuators to perform a specific function. It also covers fuel injectors, coolant pumps, windows, windshield wipers, and more. And you saw that when I was using this product. And even better, I'm actually going to give this one away to somebody. So if you want to try this yourself, you can buy one in the description. And I'm going to give one lucky winner this specific one. I'll mail it to you directly. All you have to do is comment Top Don Topscan in the comments section down below. I'll randomly pick one this week after the video's aired, and I'll congratulate you and send you this item for yourself for free. If you don't win and you want to try it for yourself, there is a link in the description to buy it. They are very affordable and provide a lot of value in a small package. Thanks, Topscan. Let's get on with the video. Let's try this again. So I am at Cars Inc.'s Craft Automotive Repair Services, Salem, New Hampshire. They are the go-to people. If anybody's gonna figure this car out, they are the ones that will figure this out. They're Porsche, Ferrari, Bentley, they do it all. So I'm really excited to like, not get the bill, but see what's up with this car. When I get it off the lift, give it to them, put it in their hands. We'll get the bad news from them. So I have a jump pack on it. Let's see if she starts up again. Oh my God, I hope the key's even in here. I didn't even ask anybody. Where's the key to this thing? I didn't even think about it. The guys put this on the trailer. That's disgusting. I'm cursed with this car. So the guys put the key, put the car on the trailer and the key not in the car. So the key is on my desk 30 minutes from here.
1 hour later.
All right. It's a good hour and a half detour. I'm back. And as I'm looking at this thing in the light, because I've only seen this thing at night, I think, this was a terrible spray job. It is just flashing all over. You can see like stipple in the paint. Oh man, somebody, whatever. This thing is just, I knew I shouldn't have bought it and I did. Let's see if she starts. Come on, baby. Dave said it started right up for him. Hey, there we go. All right. All right. All right. She's a runner. And she doesn't sound too terrible. That actually sounds, I mean, there's a misfire there, but it's not awful. All right, let's get her off. Honestly, I bought this car and it said in op, like it did not run. So I had it shipped directly to a mechanic. I think it sounds pretty damn healthy right now. This is the first time I've actually heard it run. It sounds good, like fine. Honestly, I'm quite impressed with how it sounds. I'm gonna just try it. This could be a bad idea, but I'm gonna try it out real quick. I mean, she's moving fine. Oh yeah, buddy. V8 twin turbo, she's a rippin'. Huh, all right, okay. She is not in op. That's awesome. I might have scored on this thing. I probably not because it's lit up like a dang Christmas tree, but definitely needs power steering fluid. Cruise control, we could shut that off. Let's see, how do we do that? We have cruise control, airbag, seat belt. That's your four-wheel drive, and we have brake light and some other stuff going on right here. But honestly, I mean, it runs and the suspension's holding. So I would have thought by now the suspension would have dropped if there was an issue, and it's still all jacked up. Even comes with some chicken nuggies, pumped. And it's turbocharged. All right, that's it. I'm just gonna leave it here for them and let them do their thing. And then I'm gonna get the bill, giant bill, I'm sure. And we'll move on to the next segment.
1 week later.
Good news. All right, it's week turnaround time. The Porsche runs. We did a crank sensor and a battery. It's riddled with issues. There are plenty of issues. I was told these ripped. There they are. It's just filled with issues. And I knew that. I knew what I was getting into, kind of. But she starts. Right off the bat, she starts, which is a great thing. The rest we can figure out in-house, but she's a runner, which is promising. Let's get this back to my shop. We'll detail it, we'll clean it, and we'll put it up on the lift at our shop and see what we can do to get it running normally, and then figure out what the hell we're gonna do with this thing. Well, here's the Porsche Cayenne. Just another hoopty. Tyler Hoovie's Garage. Like, I think I'm turning into him because I am just buying things that I like, that are cheap, that are turning into gigantic projects, that are turning into headaches, that have check engine lights on, and beep and blink, and are just never-ending trouble for myself. I am a glutton for punishment, as my father would say it. Let's put the seatbelt on because safety first. Now, this car, 4.5 liter, twin turbo, V8, all-wheel drive. This thing, it's also a lead sled. It's heavy, but it hooks up and goes. And it's budget. Like, I paid $4,500 for it. So you're talking 500 horsepower and a twin turbo V8 for $4,500. Why would anybody say no to that? Probably because they should, but watch this. Whoa! Whoa! Actually, that didn't sound good at all.
Bruh.
This car is dangerous. It sounds great, it's fast, but it feels dangerous. Telescopic in and out steering wheel. Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't go in, doesn't go out. Oh, it goes out. Okay. Radio work? Yes, because it's aftermarket. Suspension works. Suspension holds. That's probably the best part about this car. Jesus. It's fast, but there's something going on in there that I don't like, and I don't want to be any part of. All right, so what do we do with this car now? Like the Audi, like the G35, like the Buick Riviera, these are gonna be someone else's projects to take on. I don't have the time for it, and when the job is to move metal, I shouldn't be buying stuff like this. I should be buying things that are easy, quick turnover, quick flips. Oh God. Ugh. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to sell this car for. Let's go outside and take a look at it. There's something scary about this car. Dangerously scary. Well, I was talking about Hoopties, and sometimes I take calculated risks. Sometimes they're just generally a gamble. I know I shouldn't do it, and I do it anyway. Like this Audi A7 that I bought at a dealer auction in the repo lane, knowing full well, Craig, you should never buy things from the repo lane. Craig, you should never buy Audi. Craig, why did you do both? I don't know, and now I'm regretting it. So now I have that and that both are just absolute nightmares. Craig, don't buy Volkswagens. I know don't buy Volkswagen. I know, don't buy Volkswagen. And then, what did I do? I bought a Volkswagen. Oh, no. Why? Because it's tax time, it's tax season. And I'm like, you know what? Cheap Volkswagen, 2015 Volkswagen Jetta. Someone's gonna love that car at a very affordable price. Guess what? That Volkswagen, crank, no start. Can't figure it out. Like it's out of gas, but it's not out of gas. The oil pressure light came on after I purchased it. What a coincidence. That, huge headache. This supercharged Range Rover V8, 4-liter V8 supercharged Range Rover, all-wheel drive, all the same capabilities that Porsche Cayenne has. I paid $2 grand for it, and it was running. Timing chain issues. Apparently, after I purchased it, I found out that these things have just horrendous timing chain issues. So that thing has been sitting there for 6 months. Want to see more Hoopties? All right, I can show you more Hoopties. All right, that is an Impala SS, 5.3-liter V8. Pretty cool. 190,000 miles. Came with a car inspection sticker. Rotted underneath. Rotted. We're gonna paint the bumper. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. It's garbage anyway. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, because I have some more videos coming out. That Buick Riviera is a 95 Buick Riviera, 95,000 miles, supercharged V6, 3.8-liter V6. Super cool car. Look at how clean this thing is. I didn't want to tell you the bad news about this yet. You'll have to stay tuned to find out the bad news about that one. Toyota Celica, that would have been a fun project. Haven't got to it. It's been sitting here 6 months. Ford Thunderbird, that was supposed to be a fun project. Haven't gotten to it. That's been sitting here officially 1 year. Like I keep doing these things when I'm bidding at night. I'm like, hey, that could be fun. Delusions of grandeur, illusions of grandeur, whatever. Hey, that could be fun. Bid, bought, ship. Uh-oh, what have I done? And now I just have cars sitting, taking up place. And this isn't even all of them. I have more at my other shop. Okay. Bent over. Well, I'll tell you what, I know better. I know better than buy this. I know better than to buy an Audi. I know better than to buy a Land Rover, supercharged V8 Land Rover for $2 grand. I know better than to buy these things, and I just keep finding myself getting them. Hey, that'd make a fun video. Hey, that'd make a fun video. And honestly, it is the bane of my existence. I don't think I've ever used that term before, but now it finally makes sense. This thing, I get why I spent $4,500 for it. Look at it. It's a twin turbo 500 plus horsepower V8 all-wheel drive car on 20s. That's pretty cool looking for under $5,000. Why would anybody not buy that thing? Now, let's really dig into this thing. 20-inch wheels, they are aftermarket. Look at the size of those brake calipers. Jeez, bro. Headlight, yes, it is foggy. But look, it's like a very 911-ish front end. That's the point of it. It's like a 911 turbo. Now, with this thing versus the regular Cayennes, you can tell this is a Cayenne turbo because of this grille. This is like the 911 turbo grille. Also comes with this like lower fascia right here that's slanted down. The regular Cayennes don't come like that. So you can see a turbo coming at you just like you can see a 911 turbo because of the side scoops. Now, what I like about this thing is that it holds the air in the air suspension. This thing has never dropped, never fallen on me, which is great. Tires, fair. Tires, pretty good. Tire on this side, not good at all. Tire over here, pretty good. So it does need one tire. Now, this car has had an entire repaint, and it looks like it was painted in a sanding booth because there is stuff all over the body. I mean, the paint is fair and somewhat acceptable, but not really. And then if I go over here, you can see that it was painted over the original paint, so you can see it flaking right there. Aftermarket taillights, it's like $500. Those wheels, probably $2 grand. The engine, the turbo, it has a tow package. I would love to tow my boat in something like this, but Craig, just spend the money, get a good one. Just spend the money, get a good one, because this is what you get. I get a headache that I can't even use. I can't even drive it, can't even enjoy it. Let's go to the inside now. We will go to the driver's seat. Like, I have things that actually make us money, So I can't spend time on projects like these. Here you go, you're beeping at me. Ripped seat, I'm not even gonna bother pulling that up. I don't even wanna know what it looks like under there. We do have, now what caused that? Does somebody have a knife in their back? Not even in their back. What would cause that? I have no idea. Aftermarket radio, check engine light on. Now we have like the 4-wheel drive kind of light on. Here's what makes this thing so special. Completely adjustable suspension. We can go sport, normal, comfort. We can raise and lower the suspension right here. You can also change to a locking differential. This car, in its prime, is extremely versatile. It can climb mountains. Like, this is like the AMG G63. This is the equivalent of that. It is really, truly an amazing car when this came out in 2005. Let me tuck that up there. This was an amazing car in 2005. Just people neglect them because they're expensive, and then it turns into what you are looking at today. Now, here's why I bought this thing. There is a huge market for these cars. There are enthusiasts that want to take these off-road, that want to build them because they know how capable they are. 500 horsepower, off-road car, and I bet they're into it for under 10 grand after all said and done, after they purchase it from me. There will be somebody that wants this thing. So I'm gonna list it. I own it for, I paid $45. I paid like $1,500 for Cars Inc. to go through it, so I own it for like $6, which is just stupid. It's ridiculous. If I list it for $8, a 500 horsepower Cayenne turbo that needs some love for $8, maybe that's worth it. I'm gonna try it. Maybe we'll make 2 grand on it. Maybe we won't. Maybe I'll have it forever until somebody finally offers me what I own it for, and then I finally say, yeah, okay, let's just do it. Whatever. I gotta start smarten up and start making some good decisions that actually make us money. I do that as well. I have regular vehicles that we sell, that we service, that we inspect, that we do all the repairs on, that we sell with warranties, that make us money. Is that interesting? Probably not. Like, you don't want to see me buying Chevy Silverado after Chevy Silverado, replacing a transmission and then doing a detail and then selling it. This to me is cooler, and I want them to succeed, although they have not been succeeding. 6-speed automatic transmission. They have not been succeeding. So do I keep making videos like this, even though it torments me? I don't know. What do you guys want to see? These things are really just awful for me. Look at this. I thought this had a gigantic sunroof. It doesn't. It does have an Alcantara headliner though. Porsche embossed headrest. 5-passenger. I have 3 kids. Just the idea of it is really cool, but the reality of it is really uncool. Can feel me in this video. I'm gonna knock it off. I'm gonna show you my Hoopties real quick because I'm gonna make a whole video about Hoopties coming up. Is that a term that Tyler Hoovie coined? Am I using a Hoopty phrase? I don't even know if that's a real term or if he uses it, but I'm gonna have a whole Hoopties video because they are really seriously adding up. Let's go back to my shop real quick. Craig, what are you doing? I don't know. You guys tell me what I should be doing, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong in the comments section. Thank you for watching and sticking along with me through all these headaches. I'm like going down a slippery slope of nonsense. I gotta get back to the real world. This, like, Craig's a YouTuber, gets to buy whatever he wants. Fantasyland is not working well for me. I gotta stick with what works. All right, I'll see you all later. Hey, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Bells give you notifications for the next video. So if you hit the bell, you get notified on my next video. And thumbs ups just don't cost you anything, and they're hugely favorable for me, if that's a word. So hit the thumbs up and the bell. I'll see you guys all later. Adios.